hopefully. All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to live stream. Aiden Sterling stock picker. Okay. You'll let me know. You can also comment in the live stream here. Check comment. Click join live stream. You can see your comments here. Audio. Oh, that was okay. Let's audio. Comment. Click join live stream. Okay, I think we're good. Let's dive in. So we've got for today a market definitely heading high. Dow up Dow 30 up 500, over 500 points, 1.1%. S up 1.7. Nasdaq big day up 1.5%. I mean, just across the board, the numbers look really good. Silver, gold is having a huge rally today. Bitcoin is up. This volatile market is here to stay. Things are coming back around. It seems like there's a day or two on a weekly basis where the markets are declining sharply. And then the following week, if you're just patient enough, hold on, don't sell out of panic, you're back up the following week. So in our streaking stock rockets, by the way, welcome to all our new members of the platform. We're grateful to have you here. We're doing our best to create one of the best simplified trading, stock picking, soon to be trading platform. We're working on that. But for now, stock picking platform. And we've got 300 users in here on the regular. So we welcome you and thank you for joining. This from our homepage. But from here, we show the streaking stock rockets. We have a section in our software called stock rockets. Those are for companies that we've given very stringent criteria to, and they're just ready to take off. So we've noticed over the years, the more we track these stocks, like the more times they show up on this list, the better they perform. So that's why we created these three categories: to the moon, lift off, and launch pad. So we've got to the moon here, lift off, launch pad. Launch pad are companies that are just being added to the list. Start to take notice of that. We've got lift off, companies that have been on the list for 4 to 6 times. And then to the moon are these companies that have been on here for 7 or 8 or 9 times over the last 2 trading weeks. And if you're noticing a theme here, silver, an mining company, First Majestic Silver, they just keep coming. Natural resources, that sector is so hot because look at the price of gold today, up $95 US, and $95 to up 106. Look, I just refreshed the screen, up 104.90 to almost 2.5% for precious metals. It's like mind blowing how these are trading like stocks, like they just keep climbing higher and higher. And there's a few things driving that. These drivers will continue to drive these precious metals. You've got global conflicts, got uncertainty in the equity markets, and that's what lends itself a volatile equity market as well. That's what encourages people to put their money, sound money, with gold and coins. People ask me all the time, like, what are you talking about? Like, what, do I buy bars? No, keep it simple. You buy coins, and bars are too heavy. First of all, if you're in a situation, think negotiability. You can travel anywhere in the world with silver and gold coins as currency, but gold really isn't practical at this point because it's over $300 an ounce. So one gold coin is 4,300 ounce. Most people, if you're trying to transact with gold coins, they won't have the change for it. unless you're buying a big ticket item. So we scale it back. We look at silver coins as potential source of payment, and they're the most widely accepted in the world, gold and silver. So keep doing your best, stockpiling, stacking silver. Keep buying silver. It's still an excellent price here. There are things happening with this precious metal that have kept it low, suppressed in price over many, many decades. Any of you who follow silver and gold start to recognize that this is the case, right? So stay focused on what is going on, and continue to add to your buy, or 3 coins here and there. Do whatever is budget. Rewarded already. Just the course of this year, we've seen, if we track the beginning here, silver was at right here, December 31st, was at $28.90 an ounce. Now look at it, 50 out of it. All right, back. So if you track it, to where it is now, that's almost double in price, and that's pretty exciting. It just seems nothing slowing this down. So that's my take on gold. A stock that I really like right now is Deckers Outdoor Corporation. Here, earnings history for the last 4 quarters, all upside surprises. Look at this. And earnings are coming out Thursday. Oh, I skipped the earnings thing. Earnings are coming out for Deckers Thursday after the close. So take a watchful eye on that. I think the stock is a value here. Lots of earnings coming out this week. Got from and across the board, like banks, and Netflix is Tuesday after the close, Tesla Wednesday after close. Really big names, airlines, again, just across the board. Hotels, airlines, technology, retail, for example, like Deckers. And, I just think that this week is going to be interesting to see what the appetite has been with these brands spending by the consumer, like what's really been going on. Now, a lot of companies throughout this year have been lowering their expectations. And I think that was helpful, because a lower expectation, these companies outperform the numbers. Analysts had to lower their numbers. If they outperform the numbers, that drive these stocks higher. And that could very well be the catalyst that we see these companies go higher and higher. Now, that being said, we've got a political situation, as you've all been following, these tariffs with China, threats, the back and forth, and all that nonsense. But it's been enough to cause extreme volatility in the market, and it's here to stay. Like, this volatility isn't going anywhere, but that is a positive thing. If you're an investor / trader, you're making money on the upside and the downside. So in terms of making money on the upside this week, my pick is Deckers, and here is why. Now, it's been much higher. Earlier this year was double where it is now, 223 a share. It's dropped, but just yesterday, Friday, October 17th, the stock was below all its averages. Today, it's above the short-term averages, both of them. So, let me take my... Okay, there we go. So, notice, so this was right here, Friday's close. See the blue box below all the other boxes. And then we see the next, today's trading, where the stock is above the short-term averages, EMA and SMA. We've got green above red. That's a buy signal. And with this threading indicator going higher, the stock is poised to go higher. How do I know that? Well, I also look at the options view. and I compare the puts versus the calls. We do that with straddles that shows both sides of option contracts. And what I look for is open in volume. So we have volume, open interest on the calls, volume puts. And I go to the first one right out of the money, the 102 contracts, and kind of eyeball to see, where there more activity. The further out you go, notice the 120s, you get 511 contracts versus one put contract. So the calls by far outweigh the puts, and that is one way to check investor sentiment when you look at stocks. So we know almost guaranteed investors, Deckers is higher after their earnings. Let's go back to the stock view. A couple things of note as well is the insiders are buying. Look at that, 97.5% of insiders buying versus very small percent selling. And we've got a very short share outstanding. This is a lot of shorts have been covering their position. This was a much larger number earlier this year when the stock was 100 range. Now it's come back to reasonable amount. And we've got the price within striking distance, intrinsic value. We've got total debt significantly lower than their equity. And we've even got levered free cash flow. Companies quite a bit of it. So it's looking good. I think we're going to see some good numbers out of the company. And here is where we show what they do under company description. Together with various designs, markets, distributes footwear, apparel, and accessories, casual lifestyle. Some of the brands, UGG, I've heard of it, sure, as well as the Hoka brand name, sandals and shoes. Hoka has been all the runners. So they're doing everything right. They're making the right. And this looks like we're good momentum on the stock going forward. Now that they need to hold the position. Very important, especially today, that the stock continues to move higher and hold the position above these averages. When it does that, we're going to see the stock moving higher. MFI is in the sweet spot, definitely in the buy range at 48 territory. So that is my pick week. Deckers Outdoor. All right, so we've got press up. I'm just amazed at this on gold, and makes silver look that much attractive because of when you divide the price, get a percentage that silver is trading against gold, and this percentage is historically very low currently. So some speculators were thinking gold was going to drop in price. That's certainly not happening. Gold is doing upward. I believe this might be an all-time. Let's take a look. Absolutely happening. Speak right now in 4,000 spot price. Whew, wow, we are making history here, folks. Thanks for being with us while we make history and going and allow you to continue to build your wealth. And have a great day.